These are latest images of the cavalcade of India's new Prime Minister Narendra Modi now arriving inside Parliament, flanked by SPG personnel deployed to protect him. Narendra Modi, triumphant, victorious, entering Parliament House with a bigger mandate than most had dreamt of, including him. In Parliament, where Raman Singh, Chief Minister Chhattisgarh, you see in those frames there, Dr. Harshvardhan touted to be the next Health Minister. All of them inside Central Hall. There's Lal Krishna Advani next to him, his close aide and confidant Deepak Chopra behind him, Shatrughan Sinha, Bihari Babu, Member of Parliament from Patna. These images from inside Central Hall. Varun Gandhi greeting Lal Krishna Advani and also Shatrughan Sinha, all of them of course congratulating each other. And there will be a lot of BJP MPs. You virtually decimated the opposition so much that at least in the 16th Lok Sabha, adjournments for the Congress will be difficult because they simply don't have the lung power to be able to adjourn Parliament, which basically means you'll have to work that much harder.
Definitely, I mean, like Mr. Narendra Modi rightly put it. I mean, like previously there used to be coalition for the formation of the government, and ironically, this time there has to be a coalition so that a 10% benchmark for formation of opposition is reached. And such was the work of the previous government that they had to meet with such kind of accident. If we had an accidental Prime Minister in place, then the outcome probably was the accidental kind of result that we saw this time.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because Narendra Modi had virtually never really spent any time inside the Gujarat Assembly before he became Chief Minister. Whether you call this Kismat, whether you call this destiny, the reality is that he will now enter Parliament. I mean, he's of course, as a spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party before he became Chief Minister, spent a lot of time hanging on in the visitors gallery, but he was never an elected MP, nor was he an elected MLA. He came in as, after becoming an elected MP, he's become Prime Minister. After becoming an elected MLA, he actually became Chief Minister. That's very, very interesting and as rare gets in politics. People spend their life in Parliament hoping one day to sit in the Prime Minister's chair. And here's a person who's never sat even in an MP's chair and now gets to be India's Prime Minister.
The more than destiny, I would call it intention, and such was the intent of Mr. Narendra Modi, that always he has performed whichever work, whether it was organizational work of the Bharatiya Janata Party or whether it was any kind of work in Gujarat that he had taken into. I mean, he has performed there, he has delivered there, and that's the reason as to why the people of this country repose their faith on Narendra Modi. And when we had the kind of rule that we saw over the last 10 years, the kind of policy paralysis, the kind of way the Indian economy was taking a deep plunge, so naturally people realize that here is a man on whom we can repose our faith, here is a man who can deliver, and that's the reason I would say that today it is not destiny but his work, his performance that has probably taken an upper hand. And maybe he was never a member of Parliament, but still he's going there directly as the Prime Minister.
Former Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, BJP leader Nishank Pokhriyal is speaking to my colleague Atir Khan. Let's listen to what Nishank has to say.
We have with us Mr. Sharad Bansule. Let's have a word with him. Sharad ji, बहुत बड़ी एक आपकी. We have with us former Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal. Sir, आप एक बहुत बड़ी उम्मीदें जागी हैं. एक बार जो सेट किया है, पार्टी ने भी सेट किया है, पार्टी ने सेट किया बार, तो एक बहुत बड़ी उम्मीदें बनी हैं. कहाँ तक ये एक बड़ा चुनौती रहेगी?
नए भारत का नवनिर्माण होगा. स्वाधीन भारत के इतिहास में जो इस समय हुआ, उसने एक नई अलग जगाई है, एक नया आयाम दिया है, एक नई रोशनी और एक नया संचार किया है आशा का. और इसलिए मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में नए भारत का नवनिर्माण होगा, ऐसा मेरा भरोसा.
उत्तराखंड सरकार के बारे में सर क्या आप?
वो तो गिर रही है, वो वेंटिलेटर पर.
अच्छा, there you are. He says that the Uttarakhand government is on ventilator, and now this is a new beginning. And there are lots of hopes, and hopefully things will change for good. With camera person Sanjeev, Atir Khan in Delhi for Headline.
What BJP leaders in Uttarakhand are demanding is that the Chief Minister step down because they believe after having been routed 5-0 in the Lok Sabha elections,